No, not.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's the most money you ever spent on a girl?
The most money I've ever spent on a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Most money I've ever spent on a girl. Maybe no more than 100, I think.
I've spent like at least like $1,500 on a guy before. On
No,
some, like,
no
work
more than
together.
100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Total, Brian?
That's so depressing.
Yeah, I'm not really like.
What's your Roth IRA look like? I hope it's like full. Like you better be doing the
I've
max
saved-
contribution because you're saving a lot of money, my friend.
I will tell you this throughout
For real.
throughout the years, and listen, I want my super
'Cause girls
chatters.
cost money.
I want my super chatters to
Do
be
they?
confident in me, knowing that their contributions, their patronage to my channel is not somehow benefiting.
It's not getting him laid.
It's getting political, I feel like.
It's not benefiting.
Well, okay, before
my-
this channel, then.
No, I mean throughout.
Never. Like,
Maybe I think I've treated a girlfriend to hibachi.
That's nice.
30, 40 bucks each. I'm a generous guy. I'm really. I'm a generous man.
Money isn't everything to me. I don't think everything should be based upon money. Like, I know what I do for a living, but that's something that I chose to do because of the card life gave me. I had a not so good childhood, and this is just what I decided to do.
Yeah, I'll also add to that. Of all the dates I've been on, I'd say the vast majority of them split the check.
wow.
I've split the check on the vast majority of dates. I've maybe paid a couple times.
Do you get returning women? Like,
I lose women.
You lose them, but
I lose
like,
women.
some of them come back. Some of them like stick around and keep.
Yeah.
What percentage?
What percentage?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say first dates. I mean, it varies at what point, because sometimes you have like a rough patch. Other times you're hitting on all cylinders. You're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But first dates, honestly, I'd say 1/4 of first dates will go further.
That's fair.
I think that's a good.
That could
that's
happen.
pretty
That
good.
ratio can happen if you're even paying the bill
Even if
in
you're paying
full.
for the date.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why I don't pay, because the likelihood of any given date going anywhere anyways is so greatly diminished for a variety of reasons, chiefly that women have way more options now. There's dating apps, there's social media, whereas back in the day, if you went on a date, like back in the day, maybe you went on 3 dates, then you had a wife.
Yeah.
To be out here going on 6, 7 dates a week, and
Yeah,
Do you
people
go
aren't
out-
getting married anymore. I
People-
think that's the
well,
problem.
Do you
Yeah.
go out with like bad bitches? Like, what's your type?
I like nerdy STEM chicks.
You like
who
stacked
study
chicks?
STEM.
Oh, STEM,
like
sorry.
science, technology, engineering, math.
No,
like smart. I like
women in
smart
STEM.
girls. Yeah, smart kind of shy. I'd consider myself more introverted, so I like introverted girls. I like shy girls.
That's an interesting career path to have for an introvert.
I suppose so.
Quick question. How much money?
Maybe that's why. Go ahead.
What's the largest amount of money you've spent on just yourself? So is it about spoiling other people, or do you not spoil yourself either?
I don't really spend a whole bunch on my. Honestly, I don't really go on vacations much. I probably should, because I'm kind of a stress case. But I get I'll get professional massages, occasionally.
That's good.
But yeah, I don't really. I'm not really into consumerism all that much. So I've been driving the same car that I've driven since 2012. I bought a Toyota. I don't need a fancy car. I don't wear a watch. I wear the same clothes. Like, I wear sweatpants from Costco. I just buy that shit in bulk. Puma, let's go. Give me the sponsorship.
All day.
I wear black, $5-10 t-shirts from Kohl's.
Yeah, if you're just a frugal guy in general, I think that's okay. Instead of I'm a ball out, but not on these bitches. Like, that's stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah,
but if you're just frugal in general and that's who you are,
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly acceptable.
I mean,
don't be with somebody that's very materialistic.
I've been looking though for a girl who I'm down to, for example, if I want to go to Hawaii, I'm trying to go to Hawaii in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm looking, just saying. But in that scenario, if it was my girlfriend, right, and let's say she's a bit younger than me, you know, I'm obviously going to be out. Well, I'm going to be out earning her. Under those circumstances, like and I want to go to Hawaii, I want her to come with me. I'll pay for the trip. That's fine.
That's more than 150, honey.
Well, I haven't taken a girl on vacation before.
Is it fair to say though that you wouldn't like a girl that would expect you to pay for the trip no matter what, just because of like you're the man? Or do you feel like it is more masculine in your role to take care of your woman?
If she's traditional, then I would accept those expectations. But if she's promiscuous and has a high body count and is not particularly feminine and has like, no, we're not gonna pick and choose when you get traditional benefits from me. If you are a more traditional woman, or at the very least, so long as you're feminine and you bring me peace, under those circumstances, I'm much more willing to fall into the provider role. But I find it very difficult for me to fall into the provider role because frankly, most of the women I encounter, they don't strike me as traditional women.
Where are you meeting your? This is what I want to ask. If one day, I know you don't want to get married, but you do want, or would be open to having a life partner, like why are you in Santa Barbara? I feel like there's no culture in California, and I feel like there's definitely not a healthy dating culture or anything that promotes marriage. Like
Japan, let's go.
Well, I mean, you're a grown man. Like, why are you still here?
I mean, my business is here. Well, I mean, first, I grew up in Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara. My business is here. I don't know if I'm going to be like a passport bro, but like, it's tempting. It's definitely tempting. So.
I mean, men, we got time.
But California's failed society. That's for
men,
sure.
we have time.
For what?
We don't. He has time. He doesn't have a biological clock, so he can just do his business
fair
and
enough.
make his
But,
money. And
I mean,
like,
but
all right,
as we already established, you know, your goal demographic is young 20s, and as you grow older, you've already said, not today, but you've already said you're in a position where you could take care of someone.
Yes. Yeah, I could have a stay-at-home life if I was so inclined.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could take care of everything.
I mean, you're at the age where like you're not gonna grow in looks, so you know you don't have a biological clock when it comes to kids. But
yeah, I peaked at like 23 in that department.
Can we see pictures of little Brian?
Aww.
I don't know if we want to pull up my Instagram, but
Do it.
yeah.
Real quick, I don't have an OnlyFans. I
can
would
be
do a
honest.
feet only one though, but no, I really
Just be
honestly
honest.
don't. I do Twitch streaming, auntie_blazer. Boop.
Boom. So continue. By the way,
Sorry.
can you swap with? Can you
I
take
have
that
the
chair?
squeakiest
Yeah,
chair
just
on
take
the
that chair because I don't know if
planet.
she's.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know if
'cause
she's
I
coming
have
back.
to shift. Yes.
So, what was your question? Was that it? Why California?
Yeah, why are you still here? I didn't realize you grew up here. For whatever reason, I thought.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
grew up here.
I don't know. Everything I have is
Did you
here
go to
in
UCSB?
California. No.
Did you go to school?
Sort of. It's.
Well, I think school is a scam, so that wasn't supposed to be like a dismissive question.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just wondering. Did you leave state to go to school?
No, I stayed here. I don't want to. I'm not going to disclose exactly where. I did go to Santa Barbara City College, then
Some other
elsewhere,
stuff
but
here?
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't want to disclose on that. But,
Okay.
wait, what happened?
I switched chairs because mine was so squeaky.
Oh, I see. Okay,
And then homegirl.
So you
MIA.
gotcha. Can
No,
you
you still
put
have
that
yours.
microphone on the ground? Wait, why did you
Wait.
move?
Wait, didn't you
No,
wanna,
you.
no?
No. You stay here. I just
Yeah,
wanted her
we
in a
just-
different chair
I have
because
the
that other one was
squeakiest
fucking
chair on the
squeaky.
planet.
Can we still be spread out?
Yeah, can you just put that microphone on the ground, like behind you?
Behind.
What's up? Scuffed, by the way. Scuffed. Wait, hold on. Let
Did you
me.
see that comment?
I didn't see it, but I'll actually read a couple comments now.
I saw the comment. That was funny.
What was it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's hard in
Let's see.
California. I think California. What? 7. Yeah, I think California is not great because it's. I'm not like super hardcore conservative either, but like yeah, I mean, there is
clearly not.
there is a hookup culture. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where I lean politically, honestly. Sometimes I say I'm kind of like center left. Sometimes I think I'm like center right. I don't really know. In any case, yeah, there's like, we're 2 hours north of LA. There's a major hookup culture. So
Yeah. I mean, I
And-
think everything in LA is literally like the devil, and Hollywood and all that stuff
Yeah,
is just
not
like,
good.
horrible. And
All
I
right,
think it's seeped into our culture.
Sure. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Frankie K, thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. When men are concerned with your body count, it's not due to insecurity. Men are more concerned that your oxytocin receptors have become so desensitized that you can't effectively pair bond, and that you're so focused with emotional validation that you'd give your body to anybody. Yo, Frankie K, thank you for that $100 super chat, man. We will talk. We will talk about body count here in a moment. And then we had one that came through here that I'll get. Brian, your wife is sitting to your left in red. Stop being an idiot and put her on lockdown. She will definitely go to Hawaii with you.
I love Maui, but Brian won't open my door. I have respect for Brian. I love a man who's about his hustle, but Brian won't open my door. Maybe we can attend each other's wedding. Oh, you're not getting married.
Yeah, I'll attend
You're
your
not going to
wedding.
attend my
But
wedding.
she's traditional. She's what you're asking
Closer
for.
to the mic.
Sorry, she's traditional. She's what you kind of like looking
But
for.
even he said he just doesn't, he
But
doesn't
I-
want
But
I
maybe
think-
that would bring out the
There's
more,
no benefit for
traditional side
marriage.
of him.
That's why.
Men that are married are.
If
If we
you
want to go
found
off those
a
like
woman
little data
unicorn,
points, men that are
just
married,
perfect,
live
checked
longer.
every box, like
Would you marry
21 years old, virgin, would you marry her?
That's tempting. That's tempting. Possibly.
Brian,
Possibly.
are you scared that she's going to take all your money? Is that why you don't want to get married?
I mean, that there's a financial
Prenup.
component.
Sorry.
There's a
Prenup.
financial component.
Prenup.
What are you talking
I-
about?
I-
Prenups are
I
bullshit.
believe in prenups.
Why is a prenup
Because
bullshit?
they get thrown out. They can get
Really?
thrown out.
They can
Yeah.
get thrown out. If
Oh.
you cheat on her, it could get thrown out, right?
I just
And
I don't.
I would like.
it's-
I
it's
would
security.
definitely.
'Cause
Yeah.
marriage is security,
I don't
and you need to
believe in
secure
divorce,
that.
So I would never sign a prenup because I don't believe in divorce.
What if he divorced you? Somebody can divorce you. Somebody can leave you.
Well, I
Like, you
probably
know,
am not going into the marriage with more money, and that's why I would never stop working. That's why it's important to me to have passive income at a young age and make smart decisions and put myself in a good spot.
Yeah, for sure. But you can't control every factor in life, and a prenup protects the
another
woman
person.
as well, not just the man's money
Yeah.
or your like. If
Well, in
say you
California,
make more money,
divorce
you want to
courts side
protect
with
your
women
money.
an insane amount. Like literally, if you're a woman, you get divorced in California, you're going to be just fine.
Well, I'll just say this. I was at court once. It was a litigation thing. I'm not going to get into it. A couple times. And before my case was called, it was a divorce case that involved children. And it was the most brutally depressing thing I listened to. Sitting there at the Santa Barbara courthouse for 30 minutes listening to these two argue about finances and the custody of the children. And I'm like, these people probably didn't imagine being in this situation when they got married. And so is somebody's phone going
Sorry,
off?
it's
Can
my
you-
watch. I'm
It's all
on
good.
Do Not Disturb, but it's my watch is going off. I'm so sorry.
I hear what you're saying. Divorce court is the worst possible thing. I think
Your dad's a lawyer, right? What kind
he's
of law
a
does
bankruptcy
he?
attorney.
Bankruptcy
So
attorney.
it's somehow even more depressing.
Yeah, that's
no,
pretty-
not more depressing. But
No.
my
Oh,
parents
that
had
changes
my parents
a
had
lot.
an awful divorce. It took years to actually get divorced.
Right.
And my dad is remarried to someone who also did not necessarily have a cordial divorce. And so I've seen the ins and outs of divorce court, and it's awful. And that's why
Yeah.
marriage is a big thing. Marriage
your-
is not like a pastime.
Are you Catholic?
My mom is, my dad's Jewish.
What are you?
Jewish.
Oh, okay.
I was brought up Jewish.
Well, I know. I don't know what it is.
I was
in the-
baptized though. I'm kind of, I'm not necessarily religious. I do consider myself spiritual, but
Okay.
I like.
Well,
I don't
just-
think the Jews
yeah.
would claim me.
Because you
back.
said, well, you said that you said you don't believe in divorce, and I've heard that for Catholics that
Yeah.
that's like no good. If
I
they
just
get
would never
divorced.
do that to my children.
Okay. All right. Well,
So you would stay with somebody who's dissatisfying you or making you really depressed, or they change as a person and blah blah blah, and making your children more.
Once
Yeah.
you become a mother, I think
Situationally
your children's needs prioritize over
Supersede
your own
yours?
needs.
Absolutely, but
Yep.
does that mean that they'll see a rotting marriage in front of them, and
So,
and
Right.
then- and then that's their
I
standard
don't believe
of
in
love?
bad marriages either.
Yes.
No, I'm just
So,
kidding.
I love that. I love that.
I
but
believe in
realistically.
manifesting, and I am manifesting nothing but a perfect marriage because I want to demonstrate to my children what love looks like. I want them to see a healthy marriage, and that's why I'm very picky with who I go out with. I'm very picky with who I would decide to date, and I'd be very picky with who I would decide to marry.
Weren't you just in a situationship
No.
recently? Didn't you say you were in a situationship or dating around a bit?
Oh, yeah, like I'll go on dates here and there, but because, you know, if someone says, "Hey, Lindsay, I think you're really cute. Let me take you on a date." And if he says it like that, I'm sure I'll go on a date with you. And it took 2 dates for me to just say, "Hey, I don't think this is like, I don't see a future. I'm not going to waste his time. I'm not going to waste my time."
So I have, make it really quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know you're going to say you're going to be selective with your husband, but like, I tend to agree with you that relationships can get worked out, but like, I was a child of divorce as well. And like, bottom line is my dad was very emotionally abusive, and I was very relieved when they got divorced because I wasn't in a good home environment part of the time, and it caused a lot of like emotional strife and issues like with me and my family. So it's like, I would say there's like exceptions, and like that blanket statement, like you can think you're picking the right person, and then that person can change on you.
I think that my original statement was silly, and I choose to revoke that. I believe in divorce. My parents got divorced, and I'm glad they did. They had a horrible, not loving marriage, and it benefited my older brother, my older sister, and I for them to get divorced. It was not pretty. It was not awesome. And so,
but it's good that you can
I respect that. But that is, you know, anyways, I'm not going into marriage. I am not going into marriage thinking, well, I can divorce him if it doesn't work out.
I was like, oh, here we go. She's the victim